Oh, and a pleasant good evening to everybody. We got Hump Day Hoops for you here as the Sylvan Hills Bears will be playing host tonight to the Mount St. Mary's Bells and the Catholic High Rockets. This is a makeup game from last week. As most of you remember, the Snowmageddon came about. So that pushed this one to this week, and here we are. So again, we got a Hump Day Hoop matinee matchup for you. Bears coming into this one on the heels of a win out at Maumelle. That's actually their first conference win of the year, so that boosts them up to 1-3 on the year, at least in conference play this year, 4-9 on the year. And we are going to pause here momentarily as we'll honor America with the playing of the national anthem, also the Pledge of Allegiance. But on the other side of this, we'll break down who the Bells are here tonight.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, now that we got the pleasantries out of the way, let's get into this one here. Again, the Mount St. Mary's Bells coming into this one. They are riding the struggle bus. Losers of, well, kind of 5 in a row, but I'll explain here in just a minute. But their last 5 played games, they've got losses to Valonia, 64-21 loss there. They've lost to Eastham, Jacksonville twice, actually, and also Episcopal Collegiate. They also do have a 2-0 victory over Southwest High, and as you can imagine, that is a forfeit game of some sort. Now, I'm not 100% what the conditions are with that game, but that's also mixed in there. So there you have it. And again, Sylvan Hills coming off a huge win yesterday on the road against Maumelle, so we'll see if they can capitalize on that momentum. One thing they'll have to do in order to do that is they will have to figure out a way to get to the rim without the services of Khalees McDaniel. If y'all remember, she went down in the second half of yesterday's game. She is out for tonight. They are calling it a knee injury. We're not 100% sure how serious it is just yet, but if we do ever find anything out, we'll definitely pass it along to you guys. So your starting 5 will look a little different as Sanaya Miller will now slide into that starting role, as she will start alongside Drew Lattimore, Kamari Turner, J.C. Rainey, and Nia Hurd-Thomas. And I imagine that the Lady Bears will deploy that Twin Towers lineup that we saw last night in spurts in this game as well. But this is one that can definitely get the Lady Bears back on track into a playoff position. Right now, still on the outside looking in. Again, only getting their first conference win just last night. But your standings are a little daunting as they are sitting, I believe they are in 6th place currently in the conference, as they are now ahead of Maumelle and Mount St. Mary's, but behind Greenbrier, Jacksonville, BB, Parkview, Little Rock Christian, and Valonia. So the Bears do have the advantage of they've already played the top 2, well, really the top 3, and now the middle part of the standings are starting to go at it against each other, so they'll start to weed each other out just a little bit, and we'll see who can actually rise up and get into those playoff positionings. Almost set for tip-off here tonight. No Jake Hall tonight, in case you guys were wondering. But we send shouts out to Jake, so you're just stuck with me tonight. So the chat going to be a pivotal part of this thing this evening. So get at me, chat. Where are you watching from? What do you want to know? Let me get some good breakfast recipes. Drew Lattimore set to take the tip-off. as she will be going against Josie Rape. And Lattimore wins the tip, and Sanaya Miller controls the opening tip. We'll see what the defense will bring for the Bears tonight. As you saw last night, a lot of that offense was predicated on the defense, as the early three-point attempt by Kamari Turner off the back iron. Bears did hound Maumelle last night with that stifling press, and you see it right there as J.C. Rainey gets the early block. Sanaya Miller driving the lane, kicks it out, gets the ball back. J.C. Rainey wide open. Make it Rainey! That's something that she needs to get involved in here. She's had a tough go of it the past few games, shooting the ball. Thought Ava Coca there should have maybe shot that ball, but they pass up the good shot for the great shot as Rape gets a lay-in. Mount St. Mary's imploring the press. Ball falls right to Carson Vogelpohl. And the layup attempt, no good. Flat out stole the ball. But we're going to get a jump ball here, and possession will stay with the Bells. So still a little bit of a feeling out process here early on. Bells whipping it around the outside. Bears not allowing much of anything. Had the step back attempt there with Coca. Goes cross court. That's to Jansen. Jansen cramming it down low. And Vogelpohl goes up with it. Nothing doing as the Bears defense holds strong. Bears coming out on the break. Nia Hurd Thomas. I heard that. So the Bears 2 quick threes early on in this one, but they do allow the breakaway, and fortunately for the Bears, Ava Hatfield missed the layup, and that was poked out of bounds by the Bells, so possession will stay with the Bears, but the Bears do take a 30-second timeout, probably to address those defensive lapses that they just had. Can't have a three and then automatically give up a open layup attempt. Not in the playbook on how you win games. Coach Strickland does look somewhat perturbed, and I can only imagine that that's the reason why. But I'm sure they've addressed that now cleanly. As we get set, Hurd Thomas will be throwing the ball in for the Bears. Bell's going with the full court press as well. Lattimore dribbling through. Gets the ball stripped by Jansen, who still got it out on the three-point line. So we've mentioned it in the past. Oh! Vogelpohl with the three. Cuts that lead to 1. But we have said before that the press does give the Bears some fits as Lattimore just flat loses the ball. Tried to draw a little contact. Drew the contact, but didn't take the ball with her. But that is something that does give the Lady Bears some just absolute fits, is the high press and the pressured press, especially when they go full court. Seems like they don't quite know what to do. And good defense there on Josie Rape, as that shot just a little too tough. Maybe got away with a little bit of a carry, but that's all right. Josie Rainey finds her spot, gets it in there, can't quite get it. Oh, no foul call there. Offensive rebound for the Bells, and Coca a little long on that one. Sanaya Miller driving hard to the bucket. Can't get anything. Lattimore goes up and is hacked. And she'll get the game's first free throws of the night. So just the first foul tonight. And Drew Lattimore knocks down the first. So it's been an interesting trend with Lattimore as she can't seem to hit shots in the flow of the game, but you put her at the free throw line and she's been somewhat effective. Twin Towers lineup now deployed for the Bears as Metcalf and Washington check in for the first time. And Drew Lattimore true with 2. Bears backing off the press. Looks like they'll play a little more of a half-court game. Vogelpohl hits the deck. Swings it out to Jansen. She gets it out to Mimi Marlowe. Jansen trying to go. Loses the dribble. Gal, they got her on the double dribble. I thought that ball was poked out of her hands, but the officials say otherwise, and that goes the Bears' way. Quick whistle. I'm not sure what for. I thought initially it may have been a play clock issue. But the clock is run off 3 seconds. So I'm not 100% on what we're debating. And if I was the Bells coach, Russ Dykes, I'd be a little hot at that one because my team likely would have had an easy layup. Well, as it stands, Bears will retain possession. They get the ball into the half court. J.C. Rainey stopping, popping. Oh, just a little strong on it. Metcalf couldn't quite corral the rebound. So nothing doing for the Bears on that trip. And they're going with a little bit of an interesting zone. Oh, the three-pointer by Jansen ties this game 8 apiece. Bears handling the press a little cleaner this time around, but they'll settle it down into the half court. Lattimore has the ball at the top of the key. Not sure what that pass was. It looked like it was meant for Washington, but kind of in between. Marlowe from deep. Can't connect. So the Bears slowing it down a little bit. Haven't been able to see much of an advantage yet with their big lineup. J.C. Rainey, why not? And she's a little long on that one, a little long on that pass, as that was meant for Sophia Pinter. Herb Thomas will check in now for Lattimore. And Ava Coca also back in for the Bells. Again, Bears seem to have figured out the press just a little bit, as it hasn't given them quite the fits that it was early on. Herb Thomas trying to make something happen, trying to get it down low. Metcalf can't handle the pass. It was a little high. Bells on the break. Miller slows that down well. But Coca connects on the jump shot. And the Bells have their first lead of the night. Oh, Lord. Put Washington on the gridiron. Great pass if that was in the back of the end zone. But unfortunately, it goes down as a turnover for the Bears. Miller thought about it there. He's going for a steal. Those cross-court passes, boy, they hang up there. And then J.C. Rainey with the poke away. Gets it to Nia Hurd-Thomas. Bears in the half court. They slow things down a little bit. Bears working it around the outside. Nia Hurd-Thomas right to the cup, but unfortunately cannot connect. So J.C. Rainey with the foul there. Vogelpohl will shoot 2. Only the first foul on the Bears. Jayla Thompson will check in for the first time. She'll take the place of J.C. Rainey. And Vogelpohl short on the second, but she gets 1 of 2. So 3-point lead now for the Bells as we get down just under a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. The big pass, Washington goes up. A lot of contact, not called. Bells look like they thought they were going to get that call. Nia Hurd-Thomas steps right into the lane, intercepts that pass. Bears back in business. Washington up, no good. And the Bears' paint struggles are imminent tonight. Josie Rape checking back in for the Bells. And conversely, Kimora Washington checks out. So we still haven't seen those two do battle. But I'm sure we will here at some point. Kicking it out, Nia Hurd-Thomas. Nia Hurd-Thomas! Whoa. 2 for 3 now from beyond the arc. Bears needed that one in a big-time way as they tie the game here in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Bells have the chance to hold for the final shot. Shot clock is turned off. 15 and counting. And they are just working it around the outside. Oh, Thompson a little too heavy on that. So non-shooting foul, thankfully, there for the Bells. Are they going to be able to get a shot off? Oh, under the basket. Oh, she loses it. And that'll go the Bears' way. Half a second left. So for all intents and purposes, this quarter is over. Not sure that goes down as a shot in the official record book. We're not going to count it anyways as a shot. So we got a battle here of teams towards the bottom of the standings right now. 11-all here after the first quarter. So we've got the second quarter coming up for you here on the other side. Stick around with us here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network.
PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces. There's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoyed school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
All here, Bells and Bears. The three-point shot, it has been something that's been elusive for the Bears most of this season, but it is keeping them in this game tonight, as 9 of their points have come from beyond the arc. And the other 2 from Drew Lattimore free throws. So the Bears have yet to connect on a 2-point shot. Bears with possession, though. Thompson and Nia Hurd-Thomas. Oh, man, she shot that one from Keel Avenue. Bears still with the ball. Kamari Turner's shot was blocked. Oh, Nia Hurd-Thomas' shot put out. Falls right to one of the Bells. That's Ava Coca. Tough sequence for the Bears there. And they are double teaming Rape down there. And that'll actually be called a foul on Sanaya Miller. Thought they were going to get the tie up, but I guess that is not the case. Bell's working it down low, and we've got a travel on Josie Rape. Got a little skittish with the feet. So Bears get the ball in. Bells with the press. Oh, they had a chance there with Kamari Turner to maybe get a wide open layup. Hey, she got a wide open 3. Hello, Kamari Turner. Finally knocks one down. Bears needed that one in a big way. And the defense has been swarming. Good passing, though, by the Bells. Sanaya Miller comes down with that rebound, and she'll push the pace. And then let everybody get set up here. Kamari Turner! Oh! Oh, and just like that, Kamari Turner with her own personal 6-0 run. And just like that, the Bears are up 6. 17-11, we got the quick timeout for the Bells. And again, I will say the Bears have yet to hit a 2-point shot in this game. Not sure that they can keep this up. It will be nice if they could. But normally those shots have not been falling for the Lady Bears, but I'm glad they're falling tonight. 6:36 left here in the first half. 17-11 our score. Bears have now hit 5 threes in this game. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess. Keep jacking them up. Jansen brings the ball up for the Bells. Oh, that's a great pass. Oh, that's a great pass by Vogelpohl. She is on a mission. That's the one you're going to have to look for. Thompson probably should have went to the ball in that situation, kind of let it come to her, and it results in a turnover for the Bears. Oh, the unfortunate bounce. And the ball will go with the Bells. Drew Lattimore checks back in. 17-13 here. Second quarter, Vogelpohl with the pump fake. Almost a little too wide open on the second, or on the actual shot attempt, as Metcalf brings the rebound down. Drew Lattimore, why not? The heat check. But you might want to get your heat checked. And that's a good, sponsorship opportunity right there. Any of my HVAC, any of my air-conditioned heat fellas want to sponsor that one, feel free to reach out to us, because we're here for that kind of activity. Bears here for this kind of activity right now. Swarming defense right now, but a great cut by Josie Rape. The easy layup, and the Bells are making a little bit of work of that zone for the Bears. Rainey coming back in. Rape checking out also for the Bells. Bears working at cross court. A dangerous pass by Metcalf. Bears work out of it. Drew Lattimore. Oh, she hits it from 107. Oh, Drew Lattimore. Welcome to the show. 20-15 now. Bears lead. Oh, zigged when you should have zagged. Metcalf almost actually got a hand on it. Would have stayed with the Bells, fortunately for her. Just a tad slow, which normally you don't too much care for, but this time it worked in their favor. And we got a jump ball call. That will stay or go to the Bells now. So Bears just a little slow deciding on what they want to do to handle the press. Not a lot of folks moving to the ball. I know that's one of those things you want to do in the press. You want to go to the ball, give somebody an option. Bears just a little slow on offering up the options. As it stands, Bells retain possession. Metcalf almost had her steal. Vogelpohl pulls up, hits every bit of the rim, and bounces out. Drew Lattimore coming with a head of steam. Kamari Turner. Oh, the fancy one. Oh, and Metcalf couldn't get one to fall either. Fortunately for the Bears, it's out on the Bells, and they'll get a fresh clock. Drew Lattimore. That's from Gravel Ridge. Oh, the three-point shot is in full effect for the Bears tonight. I'm going to run out of landmarks by the end of this one at the rate we're going here. But I'd be perfectly okay with that. Bears dicing it up from beyond the arc tonight. Oh, great pass. Just in and out of the hands of Hatfield. Drew Lattimore fouled on the floor. That's going to go against Julia Jansen. Been a pretty clean game so far. I believe there's only been about 5 fouls called in general. Tiara Frank and Kimora Washington will check in. So Bears got a chance to make it a double-digit lead here. As they work it around, they're trying to get it down to Washington, who actually slips and falls. A little slow to get up. Bears still have plenty of time left on the shot clock. Frank going around everybody, gets it to Washington, and Washington gets hacked by Vogelpohl. And are they going to give her the shot? They are going to give her the shot attempt. So the size advantage paying off for the Bears there. Oh, barely misses the first one. So how are we feeling right now, chat? 23-15 lead, just over 3 minutes left here in the first half. Oh, now we're getting the big bodies. Showdown here as Rape checks back in. I'll be interested to see how that battle with her and Washington goes. I'm ready for it personally. And she hits the second. 9-point lead for the Bears. Just over 3 minutes left. Jay Bird with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Oh, Rape throwing dimes out here. Heck of a bounce pass. Tiara Frank crossing him up behind the back. J.C. Rainey! J.C. Rainey! Oh, she hit that one from Club Road. Bears will trade 2s for 3s all night long as they now have a 10-point lead. But, hey, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you tap into the little bell. That way you get all the notifications. We got a Friday night game, too. You don't want to miss when we go on the air because it's always an entertaining affair. At least I assume you guys think it's entertaining. If it's not, you just tell me I'm full of it. But if you're having a good time just like we are here, make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Make sure you're also sharing it. And just a little high for Josie Rape. And that ball will go over to the Bears. 1-2 punch checking in now for the Bells. Pinter and Reese Hannon. Make sure you also follow us on Facebook. Bells knock it out. Oh, and they will get the ball back. Oh, Washington 2-on-1. Didn't know what to do. Held up the 2-on-1, though, so good defense. And the Bears come away unscathed. Drew Lattimore on a mission. She does hold that ball out quite a bit when she dribbles. You always have your heart stop just a little bit. Oh, here's that matchup. Oh, Washington can't convert it. Oh, the in-and-out game maybe got away with some steps there. And Kimora Washington affects the shot of Rape. Oh. Hatfield with the push. Maybe a little generous on the officials, but hey, it works out for the Bears, so who are we to say anything? But again, make sure you follow us on our social channels. We got stuff coming up. We're on Facebook and Twitter. It's still Twitter to me. I'm gonna always say it. But do make sure you follow us there at Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Same thing on the face. Oh, Lattimore heat checking. Couldn't convert it that time. Oh, the almost nifty bounce pass. Nia Hurd Thomas. Or excuse me, that was Tiara Frank. And again, that's where Lattimore holding that ball. Oh, goodness mercy. Oh, and they're saying Rape got a lot of body on Kimora Washington. And she'll get 2. Nifty pass, though, by Lattimore to thread the needle. So Bears will get a double bonus here for the last minute of the first half. We'll see if they can convert it or if it works in their favor at all. Washington off the front of the iron on the first. So you got to think that this is when the Bears are missing Khalees McDaniel. Just somebody to give them a little speed, some of that defensive oomph, if you will. That's an official term. Washington good on the second. But as we've pointed out, she's a bit of a gnat on the defensive side, so the Bears definitely missing her presence on that side of the ball. Not to mention she could Ginsu blade most defenses. J.C. Rainey, with the pressure, being a gnat herself, forces Avery Carter to step out of bounds. Carter, a freshman for the Bells. Getting a little run here. Lattimore gets it into the front court. Oh, and drug her foot. So the turnover by Lattimore. Coca and Jansen back in for the last 43 seconds here in the first half. Bears trying to up the pressure just a little bit here. Down low, and you got to think that Kamari Turner affected that pass with her wingspan. Just a little too much lead to try to find Rape down low. Everybody converges on Lattimore, and that's kind of been the MO for the Bears. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere, and we've got a foul called, and I'm not sure who they're going to get that on. They get that on Tiara Frank. Could have called about 4 fouls in that whole sequence. But Lattimore just kind of stuck. She's got to be a little quicker on the decisions there. She had 2 wide open out there on the wing. Bells can now hold for the final shot. 28-17, Bears lead. Oh, Washington with the poke. And the Bells will have 1.7 left to try to get a shot off. At this point, you just got to defend the paint. Just pack the paint. And if they want to try to throw something long, by all means, go right for it. Oh, and they got it into the corner. Oh, in and out for Ava Coca. Oh, man, so the Bears survive a little bit of a flurry there and then build their lead back up to double digits as they will take it into halftime with an 11-point lead, 28-17. And again, the big story in this one right now, Bears hot from beyond the arc, stone cold the minute they set foot inside the arc. We'll go over some of the numbers here in just a few minutes, but we're going to take a quick break here as the Bears lead 28-17 over the Mount St. Mary's Bells at the half. Jay Bird with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Second half coming up.
You should choose PCSSD because of the great teachers, the great staff, and the opportunities that your child will have to further their education, their social development, and basically just their lives. My kids are getting a great education. They are getting great opportunities to be involved in sports and extracurricular activities in the community. I believe that for our family, we chose the best possible school when we chose PCSSD. If I were to do it all over again, I wouldn't do anything any differently.
Project Zero is a 501c3 nonprofit with one goal, and that is to have 0 kids in foster care waiting to be adopted.
And we're hoping to have 0 kids waiting. That's our whole goal, Project Zero.
It means no kid is forgotten, and there are people always fighting for kids to find their forever family, no matter how old they are.
There's not awareness out there. I don't think people understand the need that we have here in our own state for these children who are wonderful children waiting for forever families.
PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces. There's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoys school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
We're back with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, a part of the Natural State Sports Network. Make sure you like us, subscribe, all that fun stuff, but do it with the rest of the gang as well. We got the Maumelle Sports Network, the Robinson Sports Network, the Mills Sports Network. We also got Central High basketball, Parkview football. We're just kind of here, there, and everywhere with it. 28-17 lead for the Bears as we get ready for the second half here. Bears only allowing 6 points in that second quarter, so that's nice. But a bit of an anomaly shooting the ball this evening. 0 for 9 from 2-point range this evening. 8 for 14 from beyond the arc. And then 4 for 6 from the free throw line. So not exactly how you draw it up normally. But, hey, it's working this time. So if the Bears can keep up their hot shooting, chances are they can come away with a W here tonight and try to climb the ladder here ever so slightly up this 5A Central standings. Again, they are kind of down there towards the bottom. Dug themselves a little bit of a hole. And right now it is a party, it is a party, it is a party. I ain't gonna lie, this jam right here, boy, it'll get you going. I don't know if y'all can hear it in the background chat. Oh my gosh. Who was who does that track? The one that was just playing? Is that Waka? Waka Flocka? Young guys who are producing. Brooks over here, he has no idea. It's kind of sad. Oh, Peyton, sorry. Yeah, so, why'd I call you Brooks? I don't know. Oh, off the foot. So off the foot of Rape. But the Bears touch it on the way out. So the Bells will retain possession. Bells kick it back out. They are working it down low to Rape. Great defense there by Kamari Turner as she gets the block. And the Bears survive it. So Nia Miller back in. Hadn't heard much from her. She's had a relatively quiet night. J.C. Rainey saves the ball. Bears still got plenty of time left on the shot clock. A little hot to handle there for Rainey. Drew Lattimore almost passed it to the corner with nobody there. Oh, there it is. J.C. Rainey. Oh, can't get it in. Oh, unlucky there by Vogelpohl. Couldn't corral the rebound. So the Bears will maintain possession. The fresh shot clock. Oh, Turner thought about it. Maybe could have pulled that trigger. Drew Lattimore, she don't think about it much. She just lets it fly because shooters shoot. Unfortunately, she missed on that one. Missed everything. Oh, great in and out passing by the Bells. But unfortunately for them, Rape can't handle it. Oh, Hurd Thomas. That's the one thing you grow weary about if you rely on the three-point shot. Once it stops going down, it can spell trouble. Vogelpohl from beyond the arc, off the rim. Kamari Turner corrals the rebound. Two minutes have gone by. No one's scored yet here in the second half. So the Bears maintain their 11-point lead, which we're always looking for silver linings here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, and there you go. Bears looking to break through in that zone. Oh, Sanaya Miller! That was from Brockington. Gets her first bucket of the night. Comes in a big spot. That's 9 3-pointers now for the Bears. It is an all-or-nothing proposition tonight. And those have just got to be backbreakers if you're the Bells. Oh, man. Coca tries to drive the lane. Hits just about every. Oh, what an effort by Sanaya Miller. Drew Lattimore takes it to the rack. Thought she got fouled, but it goes uncalled. Bell's right back with it. You got to think if you're a fan of Mount St. Mary's, they've got to start just chipping away. Oh, the good zigzag. Vogelpohl saves it from going out of bounds. Lattimore playing her tight. Oh, we've got a 3-second call on rape. So that's an unforced error by the Bells. And we've got a full timeout here for the Bears. So not sure if you can see Khalees McDaniel down there in the red sweater and the street clothes. She's on crutches. So that doesn't bode well for the Bears coming up. Bears look a little warm down there as they're getting fanned off by assistant coach Rachel Smith, and I believe that's also Cadence Hampton. Don't cool them off down there. Make sure they stay hot. No fouls called so far here in the second half. They're letting them play a little bit, which, if that's going to be the way it goes, it'll be interesting to see in the boys matchup. Again, they'll be taking on the Catholic High Rockets after this affair. But what that'll look like if they're going to let them play a little bit. I know it was pretty ticky-tack last night for much of the night. And the last home game for the Bears, the girls went long in that Parkview game. Called a lot of fouls. Sanaya Miller. Oh, there it is, Sanaya Miller. Oh, from Country Club Road. Oh, are you kidding me? The three stay falling. Ooh, Vogelpohl tiptoes the baseline. Jansen can't get the three to fall. Hatfield couldn't corral the rebound. It goes off her, and the ball will stay with the Bears. Bears doubling up the Bells now. As the Bells go with the high press. Oh, Miller just loses her footing. Oh, my goodness! Oh, Kamari Turner. Fire up the barbecue. We're throwing a block party out here now. Oh, man, that was full circumference of the hand slappage to the ball. That's that surface area. Oh, my gosh. My son Ace is actually doing the camera work for us here tonight, and he's been struggling in algebra, and I'm trying to tell him, look, surface area of a sphere. I forget what that formula is, but it's something along the lines of like pi r squared divided by something, and you throw the radius in there. All kinds of good stuff. You'll learn something on the broadcast here in the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Bells with the ball again as the officials come together to figure out who it went out on. The three-point attempt. Bells cannot buy a bucket right now as they have gone scoreless the entire quarter. Drew Lattimore just they called a charge. I'm not sure where you get a charge from on that as she was falling away from the defender. I think the official had a charge ready to go before the play actually happened. I strongly disagree with that assessment, and I think most basketball heads would. Oh, we're going to get a technical foul called here on Coach Strickland. As she's just trying to make her point. I think she's got a pretty strong case as she's still hot over that charge call. When, Usually when you're falling away from a defender or if you have a defender beat, a little hard to get a charge. Defender's feet didn't look very set. As it stands, it was a charge, and it's a technical, but she got her money's worth. And Ava Coca gets the first points for the Bells here in the third quarter at the free throw line. And she knocks them both down. Oh, Bears allow. Oh, Sanaya Miller with the excellent defense. Reese Hannon had a wide open bucket for a moment. J.C. Rainey. Oh, give it to her. Oh, she hit that from Warden Road. Oh, and then she comes through with the defense. Ball's bouncing everywhere right now. Oh, Nia Hurd-Thomas. I think the wind caught that one. Bell's looking to get out of the press. J.C. Rainey with the hands again, but then the favor is returned by Jansen. Vogelpohl stops, pops. Couldn't get it to drop. Everybody's just watching the ball. Nobody going for the actual rebound. And the ball will stay with the Bells. Thought there may have been a jump ball opportunity in there. They're letting them play, though. Kylie Metcalf checking in. She'll take the place of Hurd-Thomas. Vogelpohl gets the inbounds. Looking for anything. Now, they don't have Rape in there. That's been some of their bread and butter plays, is to go down low to her. But she's currently not in the game. Vogelpohl drives it. Quick hands by Sanaya Miller to affect the dribble. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Bells. Everybody converging. J.C. Rainey with a block. Sanaya Miller rips the ball out of Marlowe's hands. Oh, what a defensive sequence. J.C. Rainey! Oh! Couldn't quite get that one to fall. Vogelpohl from way out. And the Bears with one of their easiest rebounds of the night. And we've got a foul on Reese Hannon. Not sure what the call was, but guess she got a little hand checky. Sanaya Miller will check out in place of Tiara Frank. Sophia Pinter and Avery Carter now in for the Bells. A couple of their younger ones. Carter a freshman, Pinter a sophomore. Kamari Turner's shot no good. $1:30 left here in the third quarter. Bears with a sizable lead right now, 37-19 over the Mount St. Mary's Bells. Bells just can't find a bucket right now. Vogelpohl kicks it out, nothing doing for her. Turner with the rebound, and Drew Lattimore will bring it up. She finds Frank in the corner. Frank, well, we got the blocking foul on Marlowe. Just over a minute left in the third quarter. And again, the story, the Bears hot from beyond the arc, and they still can't get a two-point shot to go down. They have yet to hit a shot from inside the arc. This has got to be one of the wildest statistical games I have ever witnessed. It's one thing to not hit anything from beyond the arc. You see that more times than not. But to completely go over from 2 points I mean, that includes layups in the whole bit. Oh, we got a foul called. Not sure if they're going to get that on Lattimore or Frank. It is on Frank. But to see that is just incredible. And then to win a game like that is even more statistically incredible. Someone's going to have to do some research on that one if this trend holds true. If it holds the whole night, that's got to be something. Good inside-out game for the Bells. Shots just not available. Metcalf affecting the pass there. Drew Lattimore with that ball way out from her. Oh, Josie Rainey couldn't corral it. Now they're battling for the ball. And Hannon comes away with it. J.C. Rainey, though, being a bit of a pest. Shot clock turned off. Just over 10 seconds left. And we've got a 3 seconds call. That is the second one of the night on Josie Rape. Can't camp out in the blue paint. So Bears look content to run out the quarter. Got away with the double dribble there. Or I guess didn't get away with it. One and a half seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll see if the Bells can even get a shot off. And they do get the shot off. Oh, and it falls short for Coca. So once everything is said and done, the Bears allowed 2 points. And those were on free throws, technical free throws at that. So they take a sizable lead, a 16-point lead heading into the final frame. We've got an exciting 8 minutes. Can we witness something crazy? I don't know. You'll have to stick around and see here. 37-19 the lead for the Bears as we head into the fourth. Jay Burr with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Fourth quarter coming up.
I would say school choice is a great option. You can do your research like we did. Visit with other parents that have children in the district. We visited the schools before we made the choice to come here. We chose to school choice because we have had such a great experience here. Teachers, staff have been so helpful and reassuring, and we've been forever grateful for it. And I'd do it all over again. PCSSD is a great option no matter where you live.
They're swagging and they're surfing here at the Sylvan Hills Arena tonight. And why not? Big lead heading into the fourth quarter, 37-19 for the Lady Bears. A statistical anomaly of a game going on right now as the Bears have not hit a 2-point shot. Every point they've gotten has either been a free throw or a 3-point shot. So something to monitor as the quarter goes along. Oh, Metcalf can't do it. Oh, and she gets fouled. Missed the first shot, and she'll get 2 at the line now. So, again, I'm going to jinx it. It's what's going to end up happening. You know, something crazy going to happen. Classic announcer jinx there. Metcalf a little short on the first. Washington also back in the game for the Lady Bears. Short on the second as well. And I believe that is a foul on Kimora Washington. Sanaya Miller just a little too aggressive. And that's 2 quick fouls on the Bears here in the fourth quarter, just 20 seconds in, and we've got 2 fouls. Oh, man, plenty of room there for Hatfield. Just couldn't convert the layup, the step back. And that pass errant by Coca. Just looking at this roster for the Bells, not a lot of upperclassmen. In fact, only 2 seniors. Hatfield, the only one getting meaningful minutes here. Aubrey Johnson, number 31, also the other senior. We haven't seen her check in yet. Everybody else, juniors, a couple sophomores, and Avery Carter and Grace Rockers. Madison Jansen also freshman on the team. So Kylie Metcalf picks up a foul there. So ref's getting a little happy with the whistle here all of a sudden, as they've let a lot go, so not surprising that teams would test the boundaries of the physicality. As it stands, 1 minute gone by here. No score in the fourth yet. And that shot from Coca, no good. Bears cannot get the rebound, though. Those long passes actually kind of allow you to get reset. Washington way out there. And the Bears, again, just can't seem to get 2 hands on it. They knocked the ball away there. Vogelpohl corrals it in the backcourt. And we've got a timeout by the Bells. 29 seconds still left on the shot clock. And I didn't see a signal if it was a full. It is a 30-second timeout. So the physicality has been there most of the night. Refs have let a lot of stuff go, but they've chosen here in the fourth to, check the lung capacity a little bit. Jay Burr with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. No Jake tonight. He's had some other business to handle, but that's all right because we're carrying the load here for you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure the bell is set to ring. That way you can get notified of when we've got some content going. Friday night, we'll be on the road again, this time in Beebe, Arkansas, taking on the Badgers. It'll be a doubleheader. We'll be on the air just before the 6 o'clock hour. Frank working them over there in the corner. Nobody allowing. Oh. I'll give the refs credit. That was a foul there, though, on Kamari Turner. So the Bells already in the double bonus. And with 6.5 minutes left, that could work to their advantage. If you're the Bears, you maybe just want to back off a little bit, maybe bleed the clock just a little bit. You've got a pretty good padded lead. Not saying you let them have shots. But if you do enough of that, then you don't have to worry about it. Drew Lattimore bringing the ball out. She does despise the pass coming out of the backcourt, but she gets it to Sania Miller, and they are in the front court trying to set it up. Metcalf looking to post up. Vogelpohl got her pretty well covered. And we got a jump ball as Frank and Jansen get tied up. And the arrow goes the Bells' way. So nothing doing for the Bears there. Couldn't even get a shot off before the Bells have another opportunity. Bears just need to watch the cut to the basket more than anything. The outside shot has not been there for the Bells. And Jansen gets rocked going for that rebound, and that's a travel for sure by Frank. And Jansen right now is down. Couldn't tell if she landed a little awkwardly, maybe just had the wind knocked out of her. We hope Trainers haven't gone out there to visit with her, so I'm thinking maybe she just got the wind knocked out of her maybe slightly. She seems to be breathing all right, holding that right or that left shoulder. So again, diving for the ball, kind of bumped. No foul called there, though, so play was on, and it wasn't a head injury. That's kind of at the referee's discretion also. Frank, a good job to back off. And the three-point shot. Again, they are just not falling for the Bells. Lattimore swinging the elbows. She's got to be careful. Oh, and she loses her dribble. Almost a backcourt violation. And we've got a foul called as the officials pass off who's making the call. And that'll be on Marlowe, and Lattimore is going to shoot 2. Hurd Thomas and Randy looking to check in. Off the front iron. Lady Bears shot phenomenal from the free throw line last night on the road against Maumelle. Struggling a little bit here at home, though, as they don't seem to have the legs in them like they did. Back-to-back games will do that to you, especially in the latter stages. And she misses both. So still no score here in the fourth quarter for either team. We've been on 37-19 for 3 minutes now. And that's what they call the announcer jinx. Let me tell you. Someone's about to score just because I brought it up. Well, as soon as I say that, we got a turnover. Peyton just looking at me. Raucous crowd here tonight. Student section filling in just nicely, though. And we certainly do welcome anybody who's joined us, who's over there, a Bell fan, or if you've tuned in early as a Catholic High Rocket fan. You heard Thomas. Looked like that shot may have gotten tipped a little bit. Oh, and we still nothing. And the foul on Marlowe. Oh, the wide open attempt. Caught that ball just a little too far underneath the basket to be able to use the glass. Just kind of threw it up on a hope and a prayer. Hatfield checking in now for the Bells. Sanaya Miller back to Hurd Thomas, and they're playing a little bit of a two-man game. Oh, thread the needle to Hurd Thomas. Metcalf, can she do it? No. Oh, and she's on the line. Vogelpohl with the block. And we've gone a full half a quarter with no score. Oh, and they called it. Oh. Pretty much picked that one off the back of Marlowe. Did Hurd Thomas, and Sanaya Miller gets it stripped, and she's going to let it happen. And we finally got ourselves a bucket, and not sure what Sanaya Miller was doing there. Kind of gave up on the play. Not sure if she heard us up here saying that nobody had scored yet. But you do question the effort there, or the why, because this team has defended well in the paint tonight. Affected shots, even if they don't necessarily go down as blocks, they do get affected. But as it goes, 37-21, just a 16-point lead now for the Bears. We've got 3:42 left in the contest. And again, we've only had 2 points scored. In fact, that was just the first bucket. First points, really. We've even had free throw attempts here. And nobody has been able to put it through until just now. So this game's had a little bit of everything right now. We've had a technical foul called. We've had statistical anomalies abound. DJ's cranking that Soldier Boy tonight, too. Drew Lattimore puts the sick crossover on, then she stops. Again, she not a fan of the pass to get out. Oh, J.C. Rainey fouled by Coca. And both teams will now be in the double bonus. I was kind of wondering what we were doing here. Official thought that was the 5th foul. Going forward now, we will have shots by both teams on any foul called. A defensive foul, I should say. J.C. Rainey will inbound it. She gets it to Drew Lattimore, who is walking a tight line here. And we've got a foul on Hatfield, so that'll send Drew Lattimore to the line for 2. And we'll see if the Bears can finally get some points in the 4th. Still sitting on the Schneid as Lattimore misses the first. We're hoping and praying for a bucket here. And we still got nothing. Producer Peyton can't help but just giggle. Oh, good move by Vogelpohl, but all for naught. Washington staring in disbelief that Hatfield would even attempt to try to steal the ball from her. Her arms are as big as her thighs, so good luck. If you need tickets to the gun show, I know where to find them. That ball inbounded in Washington. And we got another jump ball as Washington was tied up by Rape. And the ball will stay with the Bells on this side. Or go to the Bells, I should say. Stay on this side of things. The high arcing pass to Vogelpohl. Lattimore defending her well. Body's hitting the floor. And the quick whistle. Not sure who they got. And one of the Bells is down. That's Ava Coca. And she remains down right now. And nobody checking on Coca except for Hatfield. And Kylie Metcalf will get 2 at the line for the double bonus. Coca walking off a little gingerly. We hope she's all right. And the Bears still not on the board here in the 4th. I think that's about the 7th free throw they've had this quarter that hadn't gone in. Cold now from the charity stripe. And still, Rape got that rebound. Bells quickly into the front court. And Metcalf playing some mean D there. Oh, the ball will go the Bears' way. I thought they signaled it would go the Bell way. Well, I stand corrected. Bears get into Metcalf. She's just kind of stuck in the corner. Oh, Vogelpohl with the poke. Whoa. Maybe had some steps. Oh, dangerous play. Metcalf getting twisted up with Hatfield. Not sure. She looks like she hit her head. Coach Dykes arguing the fact that it should have been maybe incidental or even a foul on Metcalf. As it stands, Hatfield will get that call as he's arguing that. Official trying to point out that she had the position on her, but he still vehemently disagrees. Oh, we've got some. He's close to handing a tech out here. I know we don't have the camera pointing that way. Oh! Ref was ready to hand out a technical foul. Coach is on the sideline here. Walk that tightrope. Oh, yeah! There we go. Kylie Metcalf finally gets one to go. And the score differential here in the fourth inning, 2-1. JK, fourth quarter. But 2.5 left to go in this one, 38-21. And Kimora Washington rips down a rebound. And Hatfield scrapping in there. Jump ball called. And it'll go the Bears' way. Hatfield just having a good time at this point, it looks like. And a foul on Mimi Marlowe. Hurd Thomas will now get her first free throws of the night. Well, we're making some good time in this game. It has now come to a sluggish end here as the officials tightened up their whistles. Hurd Thomas can't get that one to go down. Bears struggling mightily from the free throw line here in the fourth. And they continue to do so. But Hurd Thomas gets her own rebound. So the Bears can bleed off a little more time. Lattimore with the moving screen. Got to get there just a step quicker. And that's an offensive foul, so hence why we're not shooting free throws. And we're going to go full bench change here for the Bells. Vivian Allmendinger, Addison Stevens, Madison Jansen. And I think I got everybody who's checked in for the first time this evening. Sophia Pinter out there as well. She's the only one that stayed in. And off the hands of Addison Stevens. Bears looking like they're going with their second unit now. Once we get another stoppage. Not that their bench is near as deep as most others. So their second unit tends to see a little more action than most. Washington with the travel. Oh, goodness mercy. Well, Frank will come back in. But this will be the first action for Cadence Hampton. Sydney Wilson. Trying to see, did I get everybody there? Oh, and Jalen Thompson, or Jayla, excuse me, will also get into the game for the first time tonight. Washington does stay in, though. Almost getting down for the other senior, Aubrey Johnson. Bears come away with it. Frank bringing it up into the front court. Jayla Thompson. Hey, why not let it fly? Tiara Frank gets it out. That's Sydney Wilson. Oh, ball gets taken by Avery Carter, the freshman. Oh, can't get it to fall. And Avery Carter will get that bucket, and we've got a timeout here. Madison Jansen going to check in now for the Bells. And we've got a number 25 out there, and I'm not sure who that is, as they don't have one listed on their roster. So Frank will get it into the front court as she's defended by Jansen. Loses the dribble. Allmendinger finds 25. Oh, and off the hands. .37 seconds left in this thrilling affair. Frank just basically hands the ball over to Jansen. And then she just up and takes it back. But we do have a jump ball. It'll stay with the Bells, however. So if you're just tuning in, you have missed a barn burner of a fourth quarter, as the teams have combined for 5 points. Bodies on the deck. You got to like the fight in the second units, or third units, or whatever we're down to here at this point. And I believe they just called a jump ball, so it'll go back to the Bears. And with 25 seconds left, the Bears can run out the clock if they so choose. They're trying to get some shots off. Jayla Thompson gets it blocked. And the Bears are going to win this game without having hit a 2-point shot. Yeah, our guys here are flummoxed at that. Producer Peyton, Producer Will also just flabbergasted at that statistic. And the game comes to a merciful end here. 38-23 your final. The Bears with a 15-point win despite scoring 1 point in the fourth quarter. So the Bears finish 0 for 12 from 2. So that is a statistical anomaly if I've ever seen one. We'll do some quick math here on the 3 points made. And again, with only scoring 1 point in the fourth quarter, it was a tough second half for the Bears. They hit 8 in the first half, only 3 in the second. They threw up plenty of chances. And the Bears end up 11 for 24 from 3-point range. So an interesting night here as the Bears, again, go 0 for 12 from 2-point range, 11 of 24 from 3-point range, and 5 of 16 from the free throw line. And yet, despite that, they come away with a 15-point victory over the Mount St. Mary's Academy Bells. 38-23 final here tonight in what is one of the more peculiar games you will have ever taken part of. Boys coming out now for their warm-ups as they get set to take on the Catholic High Rockets. Oh, this is going to be a rowdy one here as some of the visiting students from Catholic High are giving the business to the Sylvan Hills student section early on. Cheerleaders already involved in this one. We're going to take a quick break here, but again, the first half of the doubleheader victorious. The Bears come away 38-23 despite a rough shooting night, despite scoring 1 point in the fourth quarter. They still come away with a 15-point win, and they are now 2-3 in conference play. Boys getting set to take on the Catholic High Rockets. We'll bring that to you here in just a few minutes. Stick around with us. Jay Bird with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network.
You should choose PCSSD because of the great teachers, the great staff, and the opportunities that your child will have to further their education, their social development, and basically just their lives. My kids are getting a great education. They are getting great opportunities to be involved in sports and extracurricular activities in the community. I believe that for our family, we chose the best possible school when we chose PCSSD. If I were to do it all over again, I wouldn't do anything any differently.
Project Zero is a 501c3 nonprofit with one goal, and that is to have 0 kids in foster care waiting to be adopted.
And we're hoping to have 0 kids waiting. That's our whole goal, Project Zero.
It means no kid is forgotten, and there are people always fighting for kids to find their forever family, no matter how old they are.
There's not awareness out there. I don't think people understand the need that we have here in our own state for these children who are wonderful children waiting for forever families.
PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces, there's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoys school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
Oh, can we make it 2 tonight? Girls come away victorious in the first half of this doubleheader. Can the boys do the same? Currently, Catholic High sitting 2-2 in the conference. That's good enough for 4th in that 5A Central. Looking at the past 5 games for them, they've been a little up and down with things. They got a 56-44 win at Valonia. Also, a loss to Eastham, so that's a bit of a stunner right there. 62-58, but they did win against CAC. Lost to Jonesboro. And then a beatdown, if you would. Doubled up Jacksonville, 46-23. So that's what they look like here in their past 5. A little up and down. Win, loss, win, loss, win. And if the patterns hold true, looking for another L this evening. So the starting lineup will look like this for the Rockets. Josh Thursby, Campbell Lewis, Griffin Davis, Reese Simon are your starting 5 for the Rockets this evening. We've got a treat for y'all this evening as the big boss is coming in here to jump in for the boys game here. Steve Henson going to do a little color commentary for us here. You may have heard his voice before. He's out there at Maumelle most of the time, but he's helped out at Sylvan Hills. He's not jumping on yet, though. You know, when you're the big dog, you know, you got important things to tend to. So we'll see if the Bears can bounce back from last night's affair as they took it on the chin against Maumelle pretty early in that affair. That one got out of hand pretty quickly, as most things will, though, when you play against Maumelle and you don't convert shots. But Devontae West out there, he's getting the start, along with Darius Folks, J.J. Wise, P.J. Davis, and Deontay Curry. So you can't really say it's a small ball lineup. You can't really say it's a big lineup out here for Sylvan Hills. Everybody's about the same size. Malachi Summons, your biggest fella out there at 6'4". J.J. Wise looking to continue the hot shooting he's experienced of late. Want to welcome everybody into the chat. If you're just joining us, we certainly do appreciate it. Missed a big one with the girls. The thrilling 38-23 victory. The statistical anomaly of a game. Not one 2-point shot was made by the Bears in that affair. Scored 1 point in the fourth quarter, and they still won by 15. Not often you see or hear anything of that nature. Catholic 5-10 overall on the year, but like I said, they are 2-2 in conference. Sylvan Hills 5-5 on the year, and they are 1-3 in 5A Central play. So as we get you set here for tip-off, and it looks like it's going to be Curry and Davis in this one. That'll be tipping it off. And the Bears will control the tip.
You like how I ruined your introduction there?
Oh, you know, I mean, just come in heavy breathing. Got kind of loud in the ears all of a sudden.
Well,
man.
This is the 2 loudest voices probably on the network, so it's. I don't know. There's Trip Keeter. We cannot leave Trip Keeter out.
I don't know, man. If we got to go top 2, it might be any combination of the 3 of us. Vontae West 3-point attempt falls short. Bears can't come away with the rebound, however. And Catholic will get their first offensive shot here tonight as they swing it around the outside. Crisper pass there. They may have had a 3-point attempt, but they try to work it down low. Doesn't look like Catholic will have much of a size advantage, which is one thing that is just nipped the Bears several times this year. If a team has had any kind of size on their side, it gives the Bears some fits.
Yeah, Jay, this is a game, we'll let them take this three, but good rebound.
P.J. Davis with a half a rebound there. You'll give it to him. Oh, my gosh. If that would have gone in, I'd have said, bookmarked it. We're just going to break down. Oh, my God.
We'd have had our second ever ESPN Top 10. I can almost guarantee you that has somehow found its way to ESPN Top 10.
I would have darn sure made Scott Van Pelt aware of that one.
Matter of fact, it was a Sylvan Hills game that we were on ESPN Top 10.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But it was Lake Hamilton that made the shot.
Yeah, they sure did. My goodness, I still remember that one. Gut-wrenching. Corner three, no good for the Rockets. And it's going to stay with them.
Not to bring up a sore subject, but, to be honest, there was a play last night that could have been ESPN Top 10 worthy on that block that Malik had on, on folks. That was, oof.
Oh, man. He came out of nowhere on that one, really. I was kind of caught ball watching on that and thought, oh, man, this is about to be a highlight. Oh, my gosh.
It's funny, I talked to Malik after the game, and we were talking. He said, I thought folks had me. He said, I didn't think I could get up there with him. So, obviously, the respect that he has for Darius is big. He's a special player. But, man, that was something. To this game, I tell you what, this is a Catholic team. I had to jump over here and be on the broadcast with you just because I love the Catholic fans have become almost like a second home for us at Maumelle. We've had some great battles with them, and we've had a lot of fun calling games from the stands of their arenas. So we've enjoyed getting to know the Catholic fan base.
Oh, that's from way out there. Oh, that's all, folks. Oh, he hits that one from – oh, we're running out of street names from the girls' game here, but, boy, that was way out there.
I just left Whitewood. We can call it from Whitewood.
Hey, there you go.
Took me 5 minutes to get here. That's about how far that was.
That's deep Sherwood right there. Patrick Haley. Ha-ha! You can always tell when people are a fan. Asked if you brought wings tonight.
I did not. No wings tonight.
No,
sorry.
Ridiculous.
Sorry, no wings. Sorry to disappoint you. Although Pat would be upset if I would have.
Yeah, Pat would have been pretty.
Those were still fire wings, though. Man, those were good.
Yeah, see, the people, they remember. They remember things like that.
Pat only remembers because he was there and he got the wings.
Yeah, he got some wings.
Yeah.
But, so just for Pat, we didn't bring wings.
We got to get some work on the big board up there. The three is dull.
Well, it's that Sylvan Hills way here. And we've got to travel.
Don't we blame that on PCSSD?
Well,
I'm not allowed to do that.
I don't know. Different budgets, different things. I don't know how that works.
They got a superintendent search to get on.
Yeah, they sure do.
Bigger things to worry about than light bulbs and a scoreboard.
Well, it would be nice if those things were lit. Now,
You're right.
Kind of a recent development.
It is. That's the first time I've seen it. No, this is a game that I think Sylvan Hills can match up well in. I thought folks had another one. Nice rebound, though. There you go.
There you go. And we finally have a 2-point bucket tonight as Deontay Curry extends the lead to 5. And in the blink of an eye, we've almost had half a quarter go by. Oh, Curry almost had one. Good closeout by Folks.
Ooh, good move.
But that was pretty slick by Campbell Lewis. So the Rockets finally on the board.
Campbell Lewis is, they do their roster with the last name first, and every time I'd call their games, I would call him Lewis Campbell every single time.
It would get a little backwards. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've kind of got one of those last name, first names. And for any Rockets out there, I don't ever trust anybody with a last name as a first name.
Hey, listen, I promise you there is a good collection of Catholic fans watching right now. They may not be commenting, but I promise you there's a good collection watching. They enjoy watching our stuff.
Well, if you guys are out there, let us know. Devontae West, Johnny on the spot with the steal. Oh, the no-look to J.J. Wise. Wise driving, kicks it back out. Oh, place would have erupted if that P.J. Davis 3 would have fallen.
Yeah, Catholic kind of playing into, which is surprising, what Sylvan Hills is going to want to do, which is move fast.
Oh, got away with the hook. Leans into it. Move. And another Campbell 2.
Yeah, when you guys do the return trip, it's always an interesting gym to play in.
J.J. Wise has been struggling with his stroke a little bit ever since the second half of that Maumelle game. He's normally pretty reliable from beyond the arc. Catholic just whipping that ball around, though. Will also upset at the fact that there's no wings.
Hey, Will, you got the card. You can go get some. You know where to go.
Oh, he just got authorization. He looks up here.
I can't promise they're open. That's a different story. Oh, good extra pass.
J.J. Wise.
I like it. Hit it. Oh, man.
In and out for J.J. Wise. That's when you know you're in a slump, is when you see things like that happen. Give him half a point at least.
There you go.
Oh, the great steal.
All the way.
We're going to have some fireworks. Oh, I'll take it, though. As Devontae West, coast-to-coast peanut butter and toast.
Good play.
Oh, and he kept it in bounds. P.J. Davis with the quick hands. The lob. Throws it over.
Good
Gets it
play.
back. Ah.
There you go. Boy, the hands for P.J. Davis tonight. He is playing hard.
Oh, and they're going to call it Sylvan Hills ball as it goes off the foot.
Coach Easy is not happy.
Yeah, that was off Josh Thursby's foot, according to the official anyways.
Coach Easy does not agree with that call. He's going to get his money's worth down there right now.
Well, this is one of those few times I can maybe agree with him there, even though it goes our way.
You know, if we were courtside, we could see it a little better.
You know, Coach G gave us full authorization.
I know it's Will's fault.
He gave us full authorization to go courtside. Ryan Parham, off the front iron.
Boy, it looked good.
So Bears getting plenty of shots off, just not a lot of them going in early on. Shout out to the chat. We certainly welcome you along here. Jay Burr, Steve Henson with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network.
And go crazy in the chat.
Yeah, go crazy in the chat. We like to think that the Sylvan Hills chat is one of the more lively bunches.
I don't know that anything will ever beat Mills-Elkins playoffs in the semis.
I did jump in the chat there for a moment and then immediately got out. It was feisty, and I didn't have a dog in the fight, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit this one out.
I find too much joy in putting people in timeout on YouTube. Ooh, nice pass.
Swisheroo by Elliott Johnson. And just like that, the Rockets now have a 2-point lead under a minute here in the first quarter. All right, so Will's giving us clearance. We're getting wings on Friday. Let's go. You got to come to BB.
Who's
you got to come to BB, though.
Hey, we got some good barbecue the last time we were in BB.
Oh, Malachi Summons couldn't handle the pass. Rockets are off and running. They're going to slow things down. They have a chance to hold for the last shot. We'll see if they choose to do it.
I'd be surprised if they don't. Again, this is a team that wants to slow it down and out-physical you a little bit. A very senior-heavy team. Good drive.
Oh, and he got the roll. Bears got time. They can get it off.
Got to get it up.
That'll count. Oh, Wise.
Boy, Wise is definitely struggling.
Well, he's trying to shoot out of it, that's for sure. And we've got an up-and-down game, but the score might not indicate it's very up and down. The ball just isn't going down.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. I'm not sure what the shooting percentages would look like, but they're not good. But again, that's what you get out of a Sylvan Hills team that's going to want to shoot it a lot. They're going to live beyond the arc a lot, and so you hope that they start to get a little rhythm going as they move along. Robbie Cole.
So we'll see if they can get things together here. But after one, it's still a close game, 11-7 here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Jay Burr, Steve Henson with you on the call. We're going to take a quick break, and on the other side, we got the second quarter coming up.
PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces. There's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoys school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
Vera Dockery, welcome back. One of the chatties. Shout out, Vera.
I'm giving my phone some juice. I'll jump in the chat here in a minute. I can play moderator, all you heathens.
There you go. Vera, though, one of our old reliables.
Oh.
So Darius Folks, almost was off and running.
I do want to give Sherwood PD a quick shout out. They've got a nice presence out front. They've done a great job keeping tabs on the heathens from Catholic. That's a joke. I'm kidding. Again, I love our Catholic folks.
Obviously a bunch of heathens.
That's right.
Catholic looks like they're in a bit of a 2-3 zone, maybe kind of a shifty diamond.
Almost a matchup look,
yeah. Yeah, kind of a matchup zone.
That's exactly what they're doing because they did a good job drawing them out.
Malachi Summons, the big body. Oh, they're going to get him on the charge, though. And that's 2 quick personal fouls on Malachi Summons.
Yeah, the Sylvan Hills, our fans aren't going to like that. Coach Hill doesn't like it, but Malachi got to not lower the shoulders. This isn't a rush up the middle or a play off the edge.
Yeah, great tackle in the A gap.
Yes. Oh, threw it away.
Oh, and he got to it.
Where's the foul? Whew.
Oh, Darius Folks gets hacked, no call. These officials have been a little inconsistent tonight, as we saw in the girls' game. Not much called, and then the fourth quarter happened.
Well, at least they're consistently inconsistent.
Well, yeah, so you got to give them that. Keenan Morris with the 3-point attempt here. Off the side, a little long. And Devontae West comes away with the offensive board. Ryan Parham from way out there. Oh. Hit nothing.
I love the ball movement. I love the space. I mean, they're doing a good job. The shots just aren't going right now.
Sylvan Hills getting some open looks. That's the other thing that'll frustrate you as a Bear fan is they're clean looks. Now, that was maybe a little outside of Ryan Parham's normal zone. But you like the aggression at least.
I thought Morris did a good job, too, with the pass and to get open. I mean, he had a really good look at it. And you got to believe those will start falling.
Well, shooters shoot. Oh, a little bit of a push-off by Hayden Mack, and then he drills it.
And you wonder a little bit in terms of, obviously, back-to-back. You had games in two nights in a row. I know these are young kids that would run circles around us for the most part, but
yeah,
that's still a lot of basketball.
If I played a game last night, I'd
Well, and especially with how that game went at time. That game, they were up and down a lot in that game. I mean, the fourth slowed down, but overall, that game had a lot of pace to it.
Sure did. Bears whipping it around. Keenan Morris gets a little late on the call. I like the call, but a little delayed. As that foul is charged to Harry Bryant. Will Brown looking to check in for the Rockets.
They got that on Griffin Davis. I think you looked the line down there.
So we can't convert the front side. We'll see if we can get one out of the deal. Malachi Summons checks out. Curry coming back in. Like I said, Bears don't really have a small ball or a big guy lineup. They just have a lineup. Morris goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, I got to believe for Coach Hill right now, it's trying to find the right rotation that can find it through the net. You've gotten guys, I mean, the ball movement's been good. You've been in good positions.
Yeah, and I do wonder, too, how much last night is playing into the rotation a little bit. I mean, obviously, you've got to get a big conference win here, and you'd like to maybe win out the rest of the week. And they have the potential to do that as they've kind of gone through the buzzsaw of the conference already. And now they've got some games that are winnable. A little cheap foul on J.J. Wise.
They definitely front-loaded the schedule. I remember talking to you about that before y'all did the Benton game. I'm like,
oh, Lord.
It's going to be a stretch to get things started. You don't really get any breaks. Christian, Valonia, Maumelle.
My goodness.
So these are games. This is where you find out if you're going to be a 3 or a 4 seed. I mean, you got to believe Maumelle and Christian are kind of pacing. Oh, come on now.
Well, no shot, block. That's on P.J. Davis, his first. A late call there. The guys seem a little hesitant on blowing the whistle and almost like they have to process it a little bit before they think, well, maybe it was a foul.
Maybe they're on our back-to-back nights too. I don't know.
Maybe. Catholic fighting themselves for the rebound.
Oh.
J.J. Wise goes up. Good defense, better offense, though.
Thursby was going to try to put him on a poster for a second. Well, he cocked that back.
Bears got to do something. They're getting doubled up right now, 16-8.
Come on, P.J.
P.J. Davis in the corner.
And yeah, I said it a lot last night. This is a team that, again, shots are falling. They're very streaky. They can get back in a game in a hurry.
They sure can. They can fall out of a game in a hurry at the same time. We saw that last night for sure. Oh, gives it right to Fulks. And the kind of a cheap foul there by Thursby.
Coach Ezzy's still barking at the officials. Yeah, and it's easy to get discouraged after, last night and the way the conference play has started. But, I mean, really that game changed in what was amounted to about a minute and 20 seconds. That last minute 20 of the first quarter was probably one of the most electric minutes of basketball I've seen in a long time. And it wasn't, Sylvan Hills had a lot of good opportunities. Just Maumelle found a whole different gear there for that little stretch, and then it just kind of got away after that.
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you ask how electric it was.
This is true. Look, I've not heard that gym that loud in a long, long time.
Oh, the fadeaway by Fulks. Knocks down the 2. Bears trying to creep back into this one now, as they're just down 3.
Oh, wow. Good ball movement by Catholic. Fulks is a guy that I would love to see really get going. If they could get Fulks and Wise going at the same time, that opens up so much for this team.
Oh, I'm telling you, PJ passed up the good shot for the great shot. And give me the home roll. Oh, mercy me. That kind of reminded me of that Tiger Woods shot where the ball just kind of sat on the hole for just a moment and then rolled in.
Good defense again.
Got the breakaway here. Oh, we got the roll there, Deontay Curry. So the defense turns into a quick offensive play. And the Bears are right back in it.
I like the defense right now from Sylvan Hills. They're very handsy, but they're doing it without fouling much.
Yeah, Catholic throwing those heads around, trying to, good cut. Throwing those heads around, trying to bait some calls. Classic move there. Bears whipping it around the outside, trying to open up the zone a little bit. Oh, Fulks from way out there. Oh, the banking hours go beyond 5. Oh, Fulks, how are you doing? We got us a tie game here. Just over 2.5 left in the first half. Catholic has been whipping that ball around.
Yeah, they got him. They got him. He lost it. That's
that's
unfortunate,
unlucky.
Man.
Oh, and then they get it back. The ball don't lie, as they say. P.J. Davis, and got to call that one.
I was about to say, we were very fortunate on this end of the floor that Catholic lost it on the way to the bucket, and then they got it back, and then they missed the little bunny there. But, man, I love the activity right now in this little stretch for Sylvan Hills.
Been one of those nights out here on the hillside. The girls couldn't buy buckets either in the second half.
I saw that score when I was coming in. I got done eating, listening on the way up.
All right, let's ask you that. Have you ever seen a game where you score 1 point in a quarter, fourth quarter at that, and you still win by 15? Didn't hit 1 2-pointer. They hit all threes. That's what I thought. I was so I pulled it up while I was at the house. And then it was 37, whatever. And when I was getting the car about here, I pulled it up, was listening, and I looked and I was like, did it go back to the middle of the fourth? How's it? No, it's final. How is it final? 38-23. Not sure what the issue there was. Sounds like the arena is wondering as well. I don't know if it was a foul or, I'm not sure what the my guy was doing, like curls. Flop. That's a flop warning if that's what he did. It's going to be a flop warning on. Well, no, now we're resetting the shot clock to 30. Oh, okay. The call was a flop warning. If that, I missed the motion, but if that's what it was, it's a flop warning. Not often you see that, especially in hoops. I'd like to see it called more. Okay, so Vera's asking who got the flopping warning. I missed it. I didn't see it. I believe it was on Darius Folks. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Yeah, we called the timeout. Yeah, Bears took a timeout here. I believe it was a full timeout. You know, I've never seen it, and I need to ask one of our officials. I've never even seen the signal, actually. I've never seen it called in a high school game in the 4 or 5 years we've been doing this until this season. This is the first time I've seen, so it must be, maybe it's something new in NFHS. Point of emphasis. Well, or maybe it's just something new because, they've instituted it in college and in the pro game now. Yeah. And so I wonder if it's just something new that they've instituted at the high school level and we just missed it. Well, and I haven't seen anything egregious. It's the other thing I think a lot of people are confused about. It's like we're laying out flop warnings when guys aren't hitting the deck for fake charges. Yeah. I've seen the head snap back from Catholic a few times, but, that's just kind of one of those gamesmanship moves. And you call a guy out on it, but, that's nothing egregious. Yeah. I've seen it a few times. The first time I saw it, I remember we were talking about it, I was like, he is flopping every time up and down the floor. I think it was a Mills game. Yeah. And then they finally called a fly. I didn't even know it was called. I didn't know they could call it. And so I was pretty surprised. So, I've not seen that at the high school level. Until this season, so like I said, it must be something new. We almost had a new participant over here. Little guy took off running into the paint over there. So streaker on the court. He was corralled. He was fully clothed too. I'm just kidding there. And he didn't have like a political sign or anything. So it's all good. No diaper running around. J.J. Wise looking to check back in at the next stoppage. 20-20, long three there from Catholic, and just rips. Oh, my, P.J. Davis. Gracious. He's not the tallest guy out there, but he got the biggest heart. He hung in the air, too. That was an impressive block. I thought he jumped too early. That was definitely one of those moments where you could have played, some I Believe I Can Fly for a moment. I thought he jumped too early, and he still got it. Boy, he hung up there. Oh, the good poke. Balls everywhere. Oh, and Darius Folks turns the ball over for the Bears. Just over a minute left here in the first half. We've had a doozy of a game so far. Opportunities abound. Maybe not everybody taking advantage of the opportunities, but they're there. This is classic Catholic, though. Oh, that's sneaky. Man. Oh, and it goes through the hands of literally everybody. Oh, he thought about it. That would have been a Thursby 3. I mean, this is a classic game that you get out of Catholic, in that you feel like you're outplaying them, and that you've had way more shots, and then you look up and it's a low-scoring 20-20 game. Give me one. Oh, they're going to give him the block. Yeah. Oh, so good call there. At least I thought. That was. Devontae West will get 2 at the line, so they got a chance to take the lead with 25 seconds left in the first half. Thought they may have slowed it down a little bit just to hold for the final shot, but that's not really the Sylvan Hills way. Vera Dockery watching them like a hawk tonight. She's commenting on the 3 seconds. And they called that a few times against Mount St. Mary, so. We saw that a lot last night, too, or a few times. Yeah, Sylvan Hills got called on, in the girls' game. West hits the first of 2.
Realistically, you'd almost call that every trip down if you really, really wanted to on most teams, especially when you pack it down to the half court.
Absolutely.
Slow the game down. You can almost call it every time.
I guess it's one of those things, as long as you're not just super camped out, it's like, all right, I'm going to give you maybe a couple extra seconds. Because I really think a lot of people don't understand. It's a wider lane, too, than it is in college and the pros. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that. But
I think as long as you're moving and making an effort to get in a defensive position instead of just standing there camping out.
Oh, he was going to call the charge.
Yeah.
He wanted to call the charge and thought better of it.
I couldn't tell if he was leaning back, but, boy, it looked like he had good position there.
And then now the officials are coming together to see if they got it right.
Let me change this
because
call.
my guy, he went for the charge and then went for the block, and they're going to give it the charge.
They are going to change the call.
Now, so a bit of fortune for the Bears. There were just over 5 left in the half.
Hey, we give our officials all kinds of grief. Give them credit there to come together and get that call right, because I thought that was a charge from the outset. It's a good job by our officials.
I thought so, too. J.J. Wise at the buzzer! Oh! So Wise just can't buy a bucket tonight, as he's 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, 0 for 5 overall so far tonight. So he's had a tough go of it. But despite that, the Bears have a 2-point lead going into halftime as they're up 22-20. So if the first half was anything, or the second half is going to be anything like that first half, get you a drink of water, take your breath, maybe get that canned oxygen or something for you, because we got a doozy of a second half coming up for you.
Get your popcorn ready, right?
Absolutely. It stays ready here. All right. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, but Jay Burr, Steve Henson with you here on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you always know when we're coming on live and everything like that, because we have been teasing a interview with Mark Kelly coming up here, so we're trying to work that out. We might get a little more of a sit-down rather than, maybe during the game. But we're still trying to work out some details on that. He's got to get all the I's crossed and the T's dotted, so we're making sure we're going through all that due diligence and everything. But we will get him here in the next couple of weeks here. But for now, 22-20, Bears lead at home here in the makeup game as they take on the Catholic High Rockets. We got the second half for you coming up.
You should choose PCSSD because of the great teachers, the great staff, and the opportunities that your child will have to further their education, their social development, and basically just their lives. My kids are getting a great education. They are getting great opportunities to be involved in sports and extracurricular activities in the community. I believe that for our family, we chose the best possible school when we chose PCSSD. If I were to do it all over again, I wouldn't do anything any differently.
Project Zero is a 501c3 nonprofit with one goal, and that is to have 0 kids in foster care waiting to be adopted.
And we're hoping to have 0 kids waiting. That's our whole goal, Project Zero.
It means no kid is forgotten, and there are people always fighting for kids to find their forever family, no matter how old they are.
There's not awareness out there. I don't think people understand the need that we have here in our own state for these children who are wonderful children waiting for forever families. PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces, there's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoys school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
Right here at Sylvan Hills. I've got a couple of granddaughters. So the middle school. So this year the weather kind of played havoc with us, but all told, we still are very happy for our contribution this year to the Booster Club of $3,300. And once again, if any of you folks came out to see us, we do appreciate it, and we're hoping for bigger and better next year, and a lot less rain.
22-20, you see the score there. Getting you set for the second half. Jay Burr, Steve Henson with you here.
I'm back.
On the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, a part of the Natural States Sports Network.
Hey, I want to go ahead and put it out there. We are looking for sponsors for the remainder of the season, so please feel free to give us a shout. 3-point sponsor, that would be a very lucrative sponsorship for a business in Sherwood, considering the number of threes this team shoots. And then obviously the free throw line sponsorship, and
there you go.
Many other great ones that'll get your business mentioned many, many times. And again, a portion of those proceeds, those sponsorships, we do share back to the district, which in turn helps pay for this program. Well, it pays for this program. That's the goal, is to make this our services from Natural State Sports, this network, is self-sustaining. That's the goal every single season. So, and then anything above that, we put back in each individual athletic department.
Well, there you go then. So tough scene shooting though for the Bears in the first half. 5 of 7 from 2, so that's not too bad. But 3 of 14 from beyond the arc, and then 3 for 4 at the line. But they will start the second half with the ball. Oh, there's a 3. Speak of the devil! Oh, Devontae West. He was way out east for that one.
We call those Pazookies where I come from.
Well, we're out here in Sherwood now, and we have it unsponsored. We have the unsponsored 3.
Hey, listen, that was a good move. I might get Tamsy with American Pie Pizza. They've got a location in Lakewood, right down the road. It's not far. And, nice. There you go. Late whistle again.
Late whistle there, so he doesn't count against his shooting percentage.
But you guys on the girls' side have a former Hornet, Jayla Thompson.
Yeah, we sure do.
And I have heard that they came to me yesterday and were telling me, and Will's told me, that I guess every time she hits a 3 in practice or in warm-ups, they say Pazookie.
Yeah.
So I need that on film. I need that videoed so that I can send it to Tamsy at American Pie Pizza, unless somebody else wants to beat to the punch of a 3-point sponsorship, and then we can come up with some fun coin term. Mr. Pun here can get you, I promise.
Oh, trust me, I'm a wordsmith. I can get you figured out. So no free lunch there as Curry misses both free throws.
He is not cooking.
Not at all. Catholic working around the outside. Oh, there it is. My goodness. Oh, they got him for the travel. I thought he was close. I didn't think they were going to get it, but there they are.
I was about to say, that's the quickest foul whistle we've heard all night if it was a foul.
I'm telling you. So Bears clinging to a 3-point lead here in the early stages of the second half. Folks thought about it. J.J. Wise looking to contribute some way, somehow. And that was some incidental contact.
A lot of contact.
Man, oh man, yeah, but P.J. Davis goes up for the 2, does not get it.
Now Curry came out with the worst of that. He was limping back up the floor. Looks like he's all right, but a pretty significant limp coming up. See if he can defend here.
Oh, what
good
a pass.
Oh,
what a D. Oh, man, good plays all around.
P.J. Davis, again, active hands. Been like that since the first half. He has been all over the place defensively.
Yeah, you can't tell he's on the second end of a back-to-back.
No. I mean, I don't remember him being this active with his hands last night. He was definitely getting his hand in the cookie jar tonight.
It's that Maumelle team, hard to get active with your hands. They don't put it on the floor much. And Catholic will get a timeout in. They were on the verge of a 5-second there.
And please donate timeout, Catholic Eye.
25-22, early stages of the second half gone by here out on the hillside. Sylvan Hills hosting the Catholic High Rockets. Vera's giving the officials the business tonight.
I like it. You can do it. I can't.
It was a long 5 count or a very short 4, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, I've drawn the ire of our friends at the AAA too many times. I want to say good things about our officials.
We call it how we see it on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network.
That's what gets me in trouble.
If we don't too much, we try not to interject a whole lot of emotion into it. We just see what we say or say what we see.
Saw a bucket there. That was a good move there by
Robert Wary.
Yep.
And it seems like Catholic has had the advantage in the paint tonight. Big-time cross-court pass there. P.J. Davis looking to work it in there. Oh, J.J. Wise in the corner. Oh, mercy. He has got a lid on it right now. He's now 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Just can't buy a bucket, as just a week ago he was 8 of 9.
You know, Jay, you were talking about the advantage in the paint. It's not been a size advantage, though, tonight. It's been great cutting. Great cutting, great passes. Catholic's been very crisp, except for there. They just threw that one to the wall.
Got a little carried away there, but Darius Folks making life miserable over there. And that was Elliott Johnson on the turnover.
I've officially figured out how to get Will away from me anytime I want him away.
Oh, yeah?
Just get food. He hates to hear me eat.
Apparently that's true. Oh, Ryan Parham can't get the 3 to go.
There you go.
Bears get the offensive board. Darius Folks. Oh, that would have blown the lid off this place.
I'd like
for them to blow the lid off the rim, though.
I like Parham on that play, trying to get down there, and that little tap pass.
What a pass.
Oh, another great pass. He left it short. Wow.
So J.J. Wise with a rebound. Oh, that was a crisp opportunity for the Rockets. West slows it down.
I was going to say a minute ago, I like Parham and as a guard getting down inside trying to get those rebounds. You just got to figure out where he's at on the floor. He got just a hair too deep trying to get that rebound, that offensive rebound a second ago. Again, that's what you've got to do to be a good small team. Your guards have got to rebound well. And
because you really don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Especially out here on the hillside. Not a lot of height out here. But with a team that shoots a lot of long threes, you tend to get a lot of long rebounds.
And one.
Oh, the and one for Darius Folks. Oh, that's all, folks. Oh, man, now that's just big man ball right there despite the small frame.
Love watching him play. Ever since he got here, he's been a lot of fun to watch. He's a handful on the court. He's a special talent.
We'll see if he can get it the hard way here.
Oh,
in and out, man.
JJ lucky to not get called for a bad foul there, too.
So Bears looking to press a little maybe, seeing if they can wear out this Catholic High team, who's actually had about a week off. They only had one game last week.
Yeah, the schedule,
and only have one this week.
The schedule is so weird.
Oh, in the corner. That's Johnson. Ties this game up. 4.5 left in the third. But yeah, the schedule is a little wonky. Feels like only the PCSSD schools had to have makeups. Now there's a flop warning if I ever wanted to see one.
That's Thursby. I don't know if he's the one that got called for it earlier. I guess that was on Sylvan Hills. That's a charge. Yep.
That's definitely a charge. Ryan Parham.
Hey, right here, 32. Wary. He's going to be. You better calm down. He was very animated in his response.
Get fired up.
Well, the problem was he directed it directly at that official. And
well, we saw in the first game with the girls that one of the officials, in fact, it was the far side official there by the cheerleaders, a little quick on a couple whistles, even on the technical on Coach Strickland. Now, she was baiting for the tech, don't get me wrong. But, let her get a little more of her money's worth at least out of you before you hit her with the tee.
I should know these guys' names by now. I've done enough games down courtside. Pretty sure he might be the one Jim Ashley once famously gave a pep talk.
Oh, there it is. J.J. Wise. He's out of the slump. Oh, that was way down JFK. Oh, corner pocket. He finally got one. We'll see if J.J. Wise can start cooking now.
Good D.
Oh, there it is.
Here it is.
Heat check. Nope. Oh! Oh, Circle K, Gravel Ridge. My boy got range. And it's turned on now. He's preheating it. Oh, you got to see the confidence. And when there's confidence on the offensive side, you get fired up on the defensive side.
Oh, you're going to get a hold on PJ.
A little cheap on that foul, but It was a foul. And it's only a second. Now, I didn't notice this, but the Bears are actually in double bonus the rest of the way here of the quarter. So they might use that to their advantage.
You got to make them, though. That's the problem. They haven't hit them. They haven't made many.
That's true.
Arkansas out there shooting free throws. There's a steal.
Oh, there it is. We're going to have some fireworks. Oh, the floater.
Ooh.
Oh, give it just a little kiss. It's a little early for Valentine's Day, but we'll take it. Oh, the Bears go on a little 7-0 run there. And they've built themselves a 10-point lead, 2:39 left in the third quarter. We got a 30-second timeout here. So J.J. Wise may be out of the slump a little bit here.
It's amazing what happens when you see a ball go through the net as a shooter. You can see it there. He knew as soon as he walked up he was going to take that shot. They had numbers. Usually most coaches would say, no, get to the rack with that. But as much as JJ has struggled, that's an opportunity to get out of that struggle, and I like what I'm seeing out of JJ right now.
Absolutely. I would like to see him, though, maybe pound the lane a little bit. He's got a little size to him, especially when you're in a slump. Just try to get to the free throw line. That way you can just see it go through. I know we always talk about that here, but there's a psychology to it.
I think with a shooter like that, you want to see it go through the net. Now, I'm with you, though. 3-on-1 in that situation, just go flush that one. I mean, that'll make you feel really good, too, and it'll get this place going. But the three's huge, building a 10-point lead, and, again, in a very important game in 5A Central play here. And so I was going to say a minute ago, this is the pesky, frustrating Sylvan Hills defense that they've got to play all year to have a chance against some of the better teams across the conference.
Oh, and they're going to get Folks on that one. We got him on the block there. Only the first foul for him, so plenty of room to spare. But like I said, the Bears are kind of feeling themselves right now, and when they are feeling themselves, they turn into the Gnats on the defensive side of the ball. Case in point right there.
No.
I'm not sure I agree with that all the way. That looked like a lot more going for the ball than body, but as it stands, that's 2 quick fouls on Folks.
Well, what I don't like about that call is you're bailing them out for a bad pass. That's like bailing out a quarterback and a wide receiver on a bad pass. That was not a good pass by Catholic, and you're going to bail them out with a cheap foul. I don't like that. That was a travel.
Almost.
Another great cut.
I give Catholic their credit. They are cutting them up here a little bit.
I'll be honest, another reason why I came over to be on this call.
Uh-oh! There! Oh, he's feeling it now. He's feeling it. Oh, that's from way out in Gap Creek.
That might have been from the middle school, the old 9th grade building.
Oh, almost out of bounds on the Rockets. Good defense, better offense, though. Wary off the glass, the good fundamentals.
Well, get a screen or something here for JJ. No, he's going to shoot it.
Oh,
man.
Oh, Lord of mercy. They were ready to erupt out here. Well, you hit 3 in a row at that point. Why not?
No, I like it. I'm not hating that shot at all. You got a 9-point lead. You're feeling it. They left you a little space. Take that shot. Now next time, let's get down the floor and move and cut and get a dunk.
Oh,
is he okay?
Well, just a travel.
Okay.
Found a slick spot. I'm with you. I thought I saw knees go, and it's always scary.
Yeah, anytime somebody falls like that, who was the you guys, I don't know how she's doing. Kellis McDaniel, last night in the girls' game had a situation where she stepped on a foot.
Yeah, well,
that was rough.
She was hobbling around in crutches earlier, obviously in street clothes, so not sure if it's just a sprain or if there's any damage or it's all precautionary, whatever the case might be, but out tonight. I would venture to say out against BB on Friday and, maybe a week-to-week kind of thing. Oh, PJ Davis wide open. Oh, what are they doing there? Oh, how's about that?
Oh, nice drive, though, coast to coast.
Avocado toast there for Catholic. And the Bears look like they will slow it down and get the final shot here. 10-point lead. We'll see if they can tack onto it. Oh, just dribbling through everything. They're not even going to get a shot off. And P.J. Davis trying to do a little too much there, but you like the effort. So a 2-point lead is now ballooned into a 10-point lead as both teams started to find their offensive rhythm a little bit. Sylvan Hills, well, they found their J.J. Wise rhythm right here, so you like that here.
Well, again, you know, Coach Hill, you and I talked about this some last night, especially at halftime, about the pace and wanting to run with Maumelle. One of the things that hurt them was they weren't able to play defensively like they are tonight. Defense is great for transition basketball, especially when you're getting these little tap outs. So that's the difference right now, especially there. The second half of that third quarter was the hands were active. They were up in the Catholic Rocket faces, making great plays. Then the shots start falling. Now you're feeling yourself a little bit. You build a 10-point lead. Now you got to build on it. Don't slow it down. Keep it going. Build that lead up. And so, again, I like this Sylvan Hills team when they're moving like this and they're defending very strong. This is a fun team to watch.
Well, sometimes the best offense is a good defense, and we've seen that with the girls' team quite a bit this season. The boys finally doing it here now, too. Shout out to the chat. Vera Dockery holding it down in the chat tonight, so shout out to you, Vera. We certainly love it. Anybody else get involved here? I see 71 folks in there, but I only see 2 voices. So get at us. Let us know what you're doing, how you feeling, what do you like here about the game.
Yeah, we love the comment sections. Those are a lot of fun, and not many broadcasts out there that you get to interact with the commentary crews through the comments. So I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun when I can keep up with it.
Absolutely.
We got
a bench warning. I'm not sure for what. It didn't look like he was giving them the business.
Coach, well, I think that's one of those situations. One, I think he told him to sit down. And Coach Ezzy's about to catch himself a technical in a minute.
And he's just as frustrated as anybody on the Catholic sideline.
He's been frustrated all night long.
Oh, good crossover. Good defense with the help. Oh, my.
What a pass.
Oh, and what a shot. Oh, and like 4 hands in there to get the – and then the Bears come away with it. Oh, it looked like he got a little double dribble there on Fultz, but nobody noticed, so don't ask, don't tell here.
Just keep going. And for Catholic, sometimes you can pass it one too many times. They did on that last trip, I think. I think that was Thursby, I believe. If he just goes up with that.
Uh-oh, P.J. Davis! Oh, my, that was from the end to Keel. Oh, P.J. Davis. He has been the hero tonight. Oh, and the defense. That looked like good defense. But a little too much body, and
P.J. asking for a minute here.
Not sure if he landed funny or.
I think he's just exhausted, to be honest.
Ryan Parham will check in for him. And it looks like he's just getting a little bit of a look at by the trainer. Not sure if he stubbed a toe or anything. And they finally get that 3 seconds for you, Vera. Finally got that 3-second call.
I think he's got an equipment issue or something down there.
Either shoelaces or something. I don't know. We'll see if we can figure it out. Get the binoculars out.
I think
maybe a little dehydrated. I felt the cramp coming. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it's exactly what it was.
So we're kind of just running out the clock here.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
this.
There's
6.5 minutes left. J.J. Wise going. Oh. Catholic with the active hands. He had the pass there to Deontay Curry. Just couldn't quite get through the army of hands. Oh, look at the passing. Oh, that's a shot by Hayden Mack.
That's the risky run. I like. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the spin cycle.
Foul.
Oh,
okay.
there it is. Wow, what a pass. Anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, what an absolute dime.
So I was going to say, look, there's a reason I'm sitting here and Coach Hill's down there. But, 6.5 minutes, I call it Tom Brady ball. You're taking the air out of the ball, slowing the game down. And so I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. But in this scenario, for me, this is a Sylvan Hills team that does what well? Run, pace. They do what not very well? Half-court offense. I don't like that because now you've got to transition back on defense when you miss a shot or a turnover like it was in the case there. So I'd keep playing because this is a Catholic team they're going to find shots. The way they're cutting right now, they're going to get their points.
Yeah, just keep doing what got you there.
Yeah.
That was the long-winded way of saying that. Oh, sagged off just a little bit on Thursby. And back-to-back threes has cut this lead to 8.
And they're going to need Davis to figure that cramp out quickly. They need his defense back on the floor.
Bears cycling the ball, trying to figure it out. Oh,
Man,
West.
Wow, another late whistle.
With the foul.
Man, it's almost like they were ball watching, waiting to see if it went in.
Going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. And that
West is
foul,
hurt.
yeah, that's on Griffin Davis. And
West turned an ankle maybe when he went down. Or is he cramping? He's cramping. Boy,
yeah, so
that's that back-to-back
second
nights,
half of
man.
the back-to-back. Yeah, you got to stay hydrated out here. Because this will be the second time in 2 nights that the Bears have had to sub out for a free throw shooter. You might remember J.J. Wise had a little blood. I believe it was on his forearm, and then a little got to his shorts. So they had to kind of clean that up. But Ryan Parham actually had to come in and finish his free throws on one sequence.
Now West has got to come out of the game.
Well, since he's the shooter, I think he operates on a different set of rules. I could be wrong, though.
No, I think he's got to come out. I'm pretty sure Coach Ezzie gets the opportunity to pick your shooter here from whoever's left on the floor. Well, maybe not. I guess not.
All right, so as it stands, West gets his 2 free throws. And he barely drew iron on that one.
He's got nothing in that. It's that cramp. He should have come off the floor.
Well, I imagine if he hits this one, he'll come out for a moment.
He's got no lift. You could see it on that shot. He did not even try to push off.
Gonna have to go a lot of arm. Well, he gets that one. And there he comes limping out. Sometimes the hard-headedness makes you chuckle a little bit.
That hard-headedness probably started earlier in the day. Oh, there it went. Cramped up on him again. But that hard-headedness probably started earlier in the day when the coaches were reminding him, drink water, Gatorade, electrolytes, and he drank Cokes and Dr. Peppers all day. Oh, nice move there by Thursby.
Under 5 left, 7-point lead for the Bears.
Thursby's a guy that can start taking over, too. He'll use that bigger frame. He hurt Maumelle a few times last year.
Oh, that ball got to Wise somehow. And Wise gets the roll in. A little different from his normal shot repertoire, but just as effective nonetheless.
I'm enjoying this pizza. Anytime that Denny Tipton pays for food, I'm going to eat it. So, appreciate you, sir.
There's a lot of things that Sylvan Hills maybe is not the cream of the crop in, but the green room is always bussin' here. I'll say that.
Well,
they take care of us out here. I know for one. I know I gave him a hard time last night, but Coach T, man, he takes care of us out here, especially with our folks. Not to pat ourselves on the back, but the Burr name is a little bit of a deal out here.
A little
bit,
yeah.
So, they take care of us. We take care of them. We're probably some of the biggest fans you'll ever see of Sylvan Hills out here. 4 of us came through. My son's coming through here now. My daughter. I got 3 nephews/nieces that are coming through. So, one of them things. But they mix it up in there, too. We got the pizza tonight. They throw in the Chick-fil-A every once in a while. Shout out Chick-fil-A. They throw the barbecue in there.
No, look, I tell you, I give, it's something about coach, athletic director, whatever. You got to give them a hard time. And even though I'm a guy that voice of the Maumelle Sports Network, I live here in Sherwood. I live right down the street. My kids
Yeah.
go to Sylvan Hills as well. But I'm always giving Coach Horton over at Maumelle a hard time when I come here because I'll always mention Tipton fed us and you won't feed us. So now every basketball game I've had food come to my table, so it works.
We've guilted Coach Horton into it, which is funny because I was actually saying last night, you know, me and Kurt go way back. Oh,
Ooh,
P.J. Davis is feeling it. We actually played on the same youth baseball team. We were on the Braves. I believe it was our 9th grade year. And we won league that year. So
Nice. There you go.
we were destined for greatness.
Bad foul.
Not sure they got that one on. I believe it was Curry. Yep, it was
Yeah,
Curry.
it was Curry. He kind of came in over the top.
So just his second foul, second team foul. 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter now. Bears up 11. Oh, the fader.
Ooh.
Oh, that was some pretty touch there by Mack. Oh, Folks gets it put back, but he goes right back up again. Misses that one. So this is where Catholic can maybe do a little damage. Oh.
Yeah, don't leave them open back there. Force them to work it. There you go.
Oh,
Good
now
steal.
that's P.J. Davis.
Yep. Boy, he's had a night.
Oh, and as soon as we say that, oh, Lord of mercy.
Man. Tough break there. I think the Sylvan Hills fans, I thought he dribbled it right through his legs or off his own foot. They're
Yeah,
going to talk about this, though.
I'm not sure what we missed here.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I may want to go back and see it, but I couldn't tell. I thought he dribbled it off his own foot.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty easy call, but, you know, maybe from way up here where Coach T has us. No, I'm just kidding, Coach. I'm just kidding. No, these are great seats. You can see it all.
I mean, it did happen right in front of the Sylvan Hills bench there.
Oh,
P.J.
my
Davis
gosh,
again.
there he is again. If there's a
Wow.
player of the game, that's my guy right there.
That's it. If he hits a three here, my goodness. Now Coach Hill
Lord,
said back
now,
it out.
yes,
Yeah.
either backing it off, just kind of bleeding the clock a little bit. 9-point lead, 3 minutes left here in the game. Oh, Ryan Parham.
Got it.
Oh,
Got it. Oh, in and out. Good rebound.
Deontay Curry.
Oh, man, you got to kick that out. If you got trees in the way, get that out of there and reset. That's offensive.
They would much rather have the shot. As it stands, Ryan Parham gets a blocking call.
Reese Simon going to check back in for Catholic, as will
Devontae West back in for the Bears.
I don't mind bleeding the clock a little bit here now that you're under 3, but you still got to try to work into your offense if you can. And then you get an offensive rebound down there, you got to take advantage. That's a walk.
They got away with one, and they're just going to let him play a little bit.
Now back this out.
West bringing it up in a hurry.
Oh, good pass, good find.
Look at that. Oh, Deontay Curry. Perfect from the field.
That'll make you forget about that cramp.
I've forgotten about it already. Oh, and wide open shot there. So Bears will gladly trade shots at this point.
It's still a 3-possession game.
Bears going to slow things down. Just a little over 2 minutes left now. 54-45. Home team is ahead.
You see, that's the other benefit to being courtside, by the way, is you can interview your player of the game real easy.
Oh, West had to step back. Oh, and they put it up. Oh. And they let it harmlessly fall off. So Folks was hot in the first half. He's been a little cool here in the second half.
Folks will tell you he's always cool.
1:42 now. Clock is moving. Catholic has, they've got to be a little more. Oh, that'll do it.
Oh, man.
Oh, just caught him in the air as Mack gets the 2. And you figure they're going to implore a little bit more of a press here. And why not, especially because you got to think Sylvan Hills, second end of a back-to-back, little wore out, been up and down in this game. And you kind of mentioned it, but I think, too, this kind of goes without saying is once you kind of turn it off, boy, it's real tough to turn it back on. I've run a couple marathons, and, man, once you stop, it's
Oh, you're better than me. Running is not something I do. Unless it's to like the buffet or something.
Unless it's from a bear.
Yeah, then I'm running. I just got to be faster than whoever's with me.
That's right.
I am no Nolan Richardson. I am not fighting that bear. Boy, as a Razorback fan, I'd take Nolan back right now in a heartbeat. Can't seem to buy a decent athletic program up there right now.
Hey, some of us don't mind it.
Right.
No offense. Any of the Hog fans out there, but,
Hey, I'm glad to see Arkansas State's done such a good job of keeping those core guys and not letting that NIL and the portal get them. They've done a really good job.
Oh, man, they stress me out. They're one of those teams, they live and die by the three. When they're dying, boy, are they dying by the three.
Yeah. I went football on you more than anything there.
Oh, boy, but yeah.
I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to them in basketball so far. I haven't had a chance to pay much attention to any basketball. I know they played Alabama really well, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was about an 8-point loss, but they had them pretty well down to about the last 3 to 4 minutes, and then Bama just kind of, stretched it out a little bit on them. But, but, beat Memphis on the road. That's a big one. Had the big UAB comeback. They've struggled a little bit in conference play here early on, but the Sun Belt no slouch this year. They've got some good teams. South Alabama, Troy, James Madison's pretty good. Obviously, Arkansas State. One thing I do miss is that Arkansas State UALR conference rivalry, and kind of fouled their own guys, so friendly fire. 7-point game.
Yeah, that Ohio Valley Conference, right, is where they moved?
Yeah.
That's such a weird deal.
Well, no, nothing makes sense in college athletics anymore. Oh, almost got it from the back. And
I feel like he had to have gotten a piece of that. How did he get that in?
Well, if anything, that burned off some time.
Up to 5 now all of a sudden.
Oh, and they've got time.
There it is all the way.
There it is, and the easy bucket for Deontay Curry. He's perfect from the field tonight, 4 for 4 now.
Don't get that foul. Oh, late whistle again. Goodness gracious.
My guys, the hamster's a little slow on the wheels tonight.
And it's all of them. It's not one
like
guy.
One way or the other.
Yeah, it's every call they wait. And again, they'll let it kind of play through. I get that, but that
all
one. All
right, Vera, I see you go, Red Wolves. She's a fan. Let's go.
Look, I've learned over the last few years of doing this specifically. As big of a Razorback fan as I am, I didn't go to Arkansas, so I don't have that tie. But, growing up here, obviously, that just kind of happens. But I've become a fan of I guess I've become more of a fan of players. But I love our Arkansas kids and what they're doing in different places and being able to see them. We were fortunate last night to see some of our old Maumelle guys over the last week that have been here for Christmas break. There's Nico Davier now out at UCLA transferring from Arkansas. Got to see Andrew Chambly, who transferred down to SMU. They had a great year. Got to talk to him about being in the playoff this year. And so he's excited and enjoying life down there. And then, a guy that I don't know too many people remember the name. Some here may, but Elijah Newell was an absolute beast, and he's down at UTSA.
Yeah.
And he was able to hold on to his red shirt, played the 4 games this year. He had 7 tackles in their bowl game, was a big piece of that. So good to see those guys doing things at the next level. Obviously, a lot of guys at the next level from Sylvan Hills. And one thing I've always said, though, especially on the basketball side of things, is if we could keep these Sherwood athletes, and we say it in Maumelle too, if we could keep these Sherwood athletes in Sherwood playing for Sylvan Hills all the way through their high school careers, we could see some special things happening here in Sherwood. So
absolutely could see this place rocking and rolling like it used to. Ooh, got the friendly roll. Cut it to 5 now, 41 seconds left. J.J. Wise.
Oh, look up.
Oh, there it is. Ryan Parham gets the bucket. Ooh. He finally gets one to fall. Came at a very opportune time.
That's a charge.
That is a charge, and they got it. And they were quick on that one. I'll give them that. Ryan Parham doing it at both ends of the floor, and that's kind of been the story tonight. That defense has been smothering at times for the Bears. And not that they're getting necessarily all a bunch of steals or a lot of blocks, but they're just being gnats. They're just being pests about it all. And shout out to you, Vera, ASU alum. Me too.
Vera is without a doubt our fan of the night.
Absolutely.
I feel like she'd be
the Hampton fan. Sponsorship opportunity.
There you go. Hey, yeah, absolutely. I feel like, as much as she has to say, we could probably just put her on the broadcast instead of Jake. Let her give the color. She's
out here calling 3 seconds, and
she's
obviously hating on the refs, so that's always good for a color commentator to hate on the refs.
She's colorful in the comments. So.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, Vera, class of 2006 also, so I'm right there with you. PJ Davis getting a couple, and that'll probably about ice it for tonight.
And if you're Coach Hill, you got to like this. Watch your team finish. It got a little hairy there, slowing it down, and then the press kind of got to you, but you were able to break it and get some easy buckets. So,
well, they had some opportune baskets. Got the 2 down. Catholic not going away easily.
So 2 possessions, and again, the free throws become that much more important now. And again, if you were hitting them early, this game's out of reach. But now you can put it out of reach if you just make them now. But I think overall, if you're Coach Hill,
you got to love it tonight. I know, talking to him a little bit pregame, this was one that they felt that they could have, should have, and then going to BB, and it's kind of a bloodbath once you get past sort of your top 2 teams in the conference. Once you get past Christian, once you get past Maumelle, then it becomes a bit of a free-for-all. And he feels that they're right there in the mix for that free-for-all, but
Oh, wow.
That's a 3.
And really fortunate to not get called for the foul.
Oh, a little quick on the whistle there, unless.
I think they called the foul.
They get the foul or a timeout?
They called a foul. They didn't
get the foul.
Yep.
Okay.
Just 3.5, so academic at this point.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what's the final going to be.
You guys are going to have it's an interesting setup for you at BB. You'll be kind of over in the corner. Your camera will be centered, but you'll be over in the corner.
But we'll be in the corner.
Our buddy Matt Jenkins takes really good care of us there, though, and you guys will enjoy that experience. I love being up there at BB, and Matt and his folks do a good job with their broadcast that they do on the Badger Network. So
righto then. We're always friendly with the other crews, and just because Thursby drops one there at the end.
Boy, that's now. I'll say this: that could loom large. It may seem like nothing now, but when you start talking tiebreakers as we get later in the season, it's funny. We catch ourselves watching that board and wanting those 10-point wins all the time because it means so much when you get to the tiebreakers. That could have been big there.
Well, the funny thing, that's when I see shots like that, you just think bad beats.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw it, but it was North Texas and somebody else a couple nights ago. And they had that exact situation play out. Game was out of hand. I believe the over-under, not to get into all the gambling talk here, but over-under was set about 128.5, which, if for anybody who doesn't know, you bet if they score more than that or less than that is kind of what that is. And it was right on the number, and then a guy just threw a half-court shot up at the end, kind of a throwaway shot. It goes in. So anybody who had the under was probably hot after that. Oh, man.
One of the funniest moments I ever saw in that, and then I'll stop talking because Will will get mad at me, but one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in that was last season, 2 years ago, we had Jacob Lanier at Maumelle. He was his freshman year, and he went off for like 40 points in a game against Valonia, and in overtime, he hits he sent it to overtime with a tying 3 and got things going, went off with several three-pointers in overtime. And he shot a 3 at the buzzer with Maumelle up 7. And he made it, and we went up 10. And his dad come out on the floor and about lost his mind on Jacob. because he was so upset that Jacob took that shot and thought he was trying to run the score up, when in fact they knew they needed to get to 10 because they knew it was going to come down between them and Valonia at the end of the season for the conference title, and they wanted that full tiebreaker point. And so, but it was so funny to watch it, and then we ended up getting them both over with us after the game and post game and talked about it. But yeah, that's sometimes those random meaningless looking plays mean a whole lot by the time you get to the end of the year.
Absolutely. So interesting shooting night for the Bears. 10 of 26 from beyond the arc, so not too shabby there. 13 of 18 inside, so a lot of layups there. And then free throw line, they did their work at the free throw line just enough. So they come away with the 59-62 win. Not quite as close as the score indicates, but as we said, that throwaway shot, which could loom large, you never know, especially with these two teams now kind of in the middle of the pack of the standings. Sylvan Hills now climbing up a little bit. I believe that puts them in
2-2 now. Is it 2-2 or 2 or 3? I can't trust Max Preps.
Yeah, I believe they're now 2-3 because this is a makeup.
That's right.
So 2-3 in conference play, 6-5 overall. I forget what that drops.
Right,
yeah, so 5-11 now for Catholic, 2-3 for them as well. So Sylvan Hills with kind of that virtual tiebreaker right now because of the head-to-head matchup there. Which again, that 3-point shot. Hey, you never know.
Well, and again, you look, as I've got the standings in front of me, as you look ahead, we talked about the BB game. That's a program that's struggling right now. They're trying to turn things around, but you hope, you figure, you think that should be a win. But if you go into somebody else's house, you never know what's going to happen. So they're going to have to play hard there. But, that's a BB team that you should be able to beat. And then you've got Greenbrier after that. I'm going to find out a lot because I don't know anything about them, but I get to see them Friday night against Maumelle.
Hey, there you go.
And so I'll know a lot about Greenbrier by then. And then you get Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a very pesky team, but Coach Adams is doing a good job there. They were decimated by the transfer portal, as they had several guys leave from over there. We were the beneficiary. Jace Tillman ended up at Maumelle, but that's a team that's kind of that middle of the pack. You're going to be battling for that 3-4 as well. So I like the trajectory that you're potentially going right now. Wins over Parkview. You had a Lake Hamilton victory. The tough one last night, but you get back into it now. So I like the direction this Sylvan Hills team's going, and hopefully we're going to see all 4 of our PCSSD schools in postseason play. So we'll see.
Well, wouldn't that be something? Because football season wasn't too kind to everybody.
Ooh, man, that's
here, so,
but hey, sometimes it leads to good change. We'll see what happens. Obviously, you guys get Coach Kelly over here, and so Robinson makes a change, and I know they're excited over there as well. So looking forward to the future. But our future right now is basketball, and it's going to be a lot of fun to run through the rest of the season. I appreciate you having me on with you, man.
Absolutely. Anytime you want to come out here to the hillside, especially because you live like a mile and a half away, why not?
Right.
I know the guys tend to give you a hard time for being a Maumelle guy, too. So, anytime we can get you out here and razz you a little bit, we're always up for it. 62-59, the final. You see it there on your screen. Heck of a night from the Bears. We finally got a sweep.
Hey, look at that. There you go.
Look at that.
Is that your first? That's your first one, isn't it?
Yeah, first back-to-back. It's always been, the girls or the guys win, and I can never get both. But
3 out of 4 wins. Wow.
This is a strong week
look
right
at you
now.
go.
Look at that. I'm turning it around.
I like that the corner's turning for you. I was feeling for you there for a bit, so I like that I can no longer call you Ofer.
I know it, yeah.
Now you're rolling, man. You're starting to roll. I like it.
We're stacking up W's here. Sylvan Hills stacks up with a couple of W's tonight, capped off by the boys, 62-59 win. We certainly do appreciate the chat being on with us tonight. Vera, fan of the game for sure. But I think we'll put a bow on it right there. So that'll wrap up our coverage from out here tonight. Remember, BB on Friday night, coverage will start at about 5:55, so make sure you tune in for that one as the Bears will play a doubleheader against the Badgers out there, and that game will be on the road. So if you can't join us out there in BB, make sure you tune in right here for us. Make sure you like and subscribe and share the page, by golly. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Please.
All that good stuff there. So for the entire cast and crew here tonight, Jay Burr, Steve Henson on the call with you here tonight from outside here on the hillside. We bid you good night.